Welcome back to El Pilar Orchids. Thanks for checking in. We did a update walkthrough a couple weeks ago. Seems like not a lot is happening, but at the same time seems like there's a lot going on. Some future things to kind of look forward to on this channel. We will be moving, so that's always exciting to see how that's going to work out when you're moving to a new place, and our new apartment will actually be smaller, not nearly as good of light. So that's kind of the deal here. We're preparing for this even though it's a couple months away, and we want to kind of take you guys along as to how we're going to make this happen. We'll show you the actual new apartment, obviously, as we get closer and we have access to it. But mainly we gained a really nice garden space in the backyard, and with the doggy, that's kind of why we chose to move. But kind of sad, we're losing all this amazing light from our south window. Yeah, unfortunately, probably going to have to get a couple lights in the new apartment, and that's like really hurting me because it's going against everything that we stand for here at El Pilar. Well, not really. That's kind of a pretty hard statement. Yeah, we really don't like to use lighting and energy and stuff to grow orchids and plants, but if we want to keep going with some of these orchids, we're going to have to do something, I think. And we'll get into all those details as they emerge in the future. Now, as you can see, that we've passed summer solstice. And so as the sun kind of gets a bit lower in the sky, it now creeps further back into the room. So this table is now in full sunlight, and that poses a bit of a problem because we grow the green strap-leaf Paphiopedilums that we have in semi-hydroponics. We try to keep those in the summer, like on the edge of the table, just on the very edge of the shade line through the summer. But now that the sun is going back down, we got to move them back again. So every day I take them off of the table in the morning and move them to this main table in the center of the room. And then after work, when the sun is past, I move them back so then we can watch TV in the evenings. That's a lot of work, but that's if we want to grow indoors with just sunlight, then yeah, that's kind of what we do. A few other quick updates. Our Oncidium shari baby, kind of like the yin yang, it doesn't look good with these old bulbs that are all dead and dried up, but it does have lots of nice new growths. Couple bulbs, pseudobulbs that are gonna mature soon and hopefully flower, although we were experimenting with this over the last year, and I think that's why these two older bulbs died off. But anyways, it is due for a repot, so perhaps we'll do a video on that here in the next couple weeks, because I really want to get that done. Although I got to do more research and really make sure that now is a fine time to do it. I don't know. I'll find out more and let you know as we figure out more. That's like our only Oncidium that we have, so don't really know. Yeah, and in the quest to prepare for the move, maybe you can tell we've gotten rid of a lot of plants in the last, 3 weeks that we've been home back from vacation. One of which was the larger two of the vanilla cuttings that was right there. We gave that to a friend of ours, and we also gave away several Phalaenopsis that we had doubles or triples of. And I've been culling a lot of our seedlings, so any of the really low performers, I mean, it's crazy that like we have this seedling there, which that is like from the same group of seedlings as a couple of like these really tiny ones. Clearly there's a difference in growth rates, like and so yeah, I've been kind of going through as if things with really just crappy roots, and so don't have the space in our new place, and I'm just hardening my heart and getting rid of some. But one that we're not going to get rid of is the Phalaenopsis gigantea, which is still carrying its seed pod, so looks nice. Hopefully that again keeps going. But finally, when we were on vacation, it did start putting on a new leaf for this summer. And yeah, this guy always seems like he's delayed, so I don't know. Hopefully it can grow nice and big for the rest of the year, and we'll see how big this year's leaf is. But hey, I'm happy that it's, at least putting on a new leaf. That's always a good sign. And yeah, the rest of the seedlings are doing okay. The catasetums outside are doing okay. And we've also put about 5 or 6 plants into quarantine in the other room. And here is quarantine. Quarantine is just the front bedroom where we typically don't grow plants. It's just a cold room that is kind of for storage. And now it's our quarantine when we have sick plants. Another reason why we definitely encourage, doting on the plants a little bit and looking at them a lot is because when you look really closely, you start to notice on some of them maybe some tiny little bugs crawling along the bottom sides of the leaves and in like the little nooks and crannies down towards the base. And so we noticed some mites on these plants this morning when we were watering. And after we saw it, we went on a mass inspection of the entire collection. These are gonna get washed here after I'm done. Maybe later. You know how stuff goes. I still have like a real life and job to prepare for. These will probably, maybe after I wash them and keep them in quarantine, I might take them to our workplace where we've also been moving and kind of storing a few orchids right now until we can move. We'll see what happens here. Did notice a few like root tips. After I saw the bugs, I started looking a bit closer, and so noticed like a few root tips that seem to kind of look like they've been gnawed off. So these are definitely going to get a good cleaning, and hopefully we can stop any sort of outbreak before it starts. And this guy, the Paphiopedilum parisiae, there you go. The little new growth down there is still coming along, so super slow growers. The day we got back from vacation, I noticed on the bottom side of one of these leaves a single but fairly large white fuzzy scale bug. Or not scale, the white fuzzy ones. One of those guys, and those are not good. So yeah, this is also in quarantine. It's been in quarantine since we came back, and I've washed it a couple times now with my favorite insecticide, which is soap and water, spraying it and washing everything really good. And then I keep it, after washing it, keep it here so the air gets a nice breeze and draft so it dries out. And update on the Cattleyas. This is the only one right now that's opened and put on a sheath, but still nothing developing down inside. It's the Chialin Red. Hopefully it will go. We moved the Gulf Green Hairy Pig, which I really like the name, and the flower looks awesome, this frilly green and white thing. So if I can get it to bloom, that would be great. Gulf Green Hairy Pig. Such a fun name. This is this year's new cane coming off on the left there, and yeah, it hasn't opened up yet, so I don't know. Hopefully it looks good, I guess. I haven't seen any sign of bugs on it or anything, and it looks nice and good. And yeah, we'll keep you updated as it does its thing, hopefully. Thanks for checking in, guys. Hope you are having a good one, and we will see you back here at El Pilar soon.